Introduction. Okay, in the introduction. Just introduction. Good morning, students. My name is Ashok. I am from Siddhartha PU College. Today I am going to teach about the economics first chapter, development. See, development. What exactly the development means? The meaning of this development. So development, it is an idea. Development it is an idea about country or individual. See, remember, this is economics first chapter, development. As you know, this development, it has a deep meaning. Yes, what exactly development means? Just it is an idea and about a country or an individual. You know, this country, it is a development in the sense we can economic development also. Individual development means personal or a particular person's development. So totally it is known as a development. It is a complex term also, because when you are going to analyze this development concept, it's a difficult task to understand very easily. Because it has a deep meaning. As a result, we have to know what is development in country's development as well as the individual development. Because in the economics, yes, every economist and every person, they are also giving too much importance for this one. This is country's growth or development. See, take an example of this. The first one, individual development, or it is also known as a human development. Human development. See, the definition of the human development or the individual development, both are same. See, human development is a development of an individual in such a way that could live a happy life or fulfill all his desires. We know this, we the human beings, we have a lot of dreams and desires about our future life and personal life also. Yes, the human development means, so this is very clear, development of an individual in such a way that could live a happy life. Yes, every person wants to live his life a very happy. So therefore, this is also important. And in the second one, the countries or the national development, the definition of this national development, it provides ability to a nation to improve the lives of the citizen. So this is the main function of each and every government also. Because the main function of even the state as well as the central government, the main function of the government is what? The development of a country. The development of a country means it related to the individual also. See, the definition is very clear. It provides ability to a nation to improve the lives of the citizens. The citizens, you know, the inhabitant, those who are reside in the country, particular country, so they are known as the citizen. Totally, the all-round development of the citizens. So therefore, these two terms are correlated. means country or the individual. That means country's economic development or individual development both are correlated also, because every country's the main function is what? To improve the standard of living of the every citizen, those who are reside in the particular country. See, and look at your textbook. In the first in your textbooks, there are also subtitle is, the first one is the development, its introduction and its meaning also. Second thing is development regarding to the underdeveloped country and developed country also. In the first time, we are going to study about the meanings of the development. See, in your textbooks, they are clearly mentioned that, see, every one of us continuously strive. See, every one of the human beings, every individual that continuously strives to make a greater effort to do, which will achieve something. This is the human tendency also. Every person wants to develop his overall personality. You know this personality development or overall development also. In the same way, every country is also what continuously strives, means to make a greater efforts to achieve something. To achieve progress in our life, we wish to achieve our aims and satisfy our wants. Yes, every human being wish to achieve progress in our life and wish to achieve our aims and satisfy our wants also. Yes, satisfy means to fulfill our wants. See, fulfill our wants also. You know, these human beings or the human wants are unlimited, but the resources are limited also. See, we have plenty of resources, but the utilization is very less. So, as a result, even today we attained independence almost 70 years ago. Still, our country is a developing country because our natural resources are not utilized properly. As a result, so our country still is known as a developing country. See, look at the introduction. And on a large scale than before, in the same manner, an economy also continuous attempt to progress and providing for more and more quantities of goods and services to the people. And economy means a country, every country, even the state and the central government, or the totally nations, it's continuously attempt to progress and providing for more and more quantities of goods and services to the people and improve their life, to improve their standard of living. Standard of living means when our purchasing capacity is improved, automatically our standard of living, everything is also improved. This is the main function of the government. So every government is also providing more and more quantities of goods and services. You know, goods and services. Goods and services. See, goods are the items you buy or purchase, for example, such as food, clothing, and toys, furniture, etc. See, these are all the visible things. It is also what satisfy our wants also. This is known as goods. Goods means things or the items which you buy or purchase. This is known as goods. Example is food, clothing, furniture, toys, etc. See, from these goods we can also satisfy our wants. Then the second thing, that is the services also. A service is an action that a person does for someone else. For example, whenever we feel ill, at that time we go for doctors or the nurse. That is their work is also known as a service. And whenever the dispute is arisen, at that time we go police station or court or the lawyers. Their work is also known as service. Totally, a government provides goods and service for the citizen, those who are reside in that country, and improve their well-being. Improve their well-being. Well-being means their standard of living. In Kannada, it's very specific. ಅವರ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಮಟ್ಟವನ್ನು ಸುಧಾರಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು. That is the main function of the every government also. See, this process of enhancing, this process means providing goods and services to each and every individual or citizens. This is the process of enhancing. Enhance means to increase the society's capacity to satisfy its needs. Societies means the persons. or the peoples. We are also living in the society. Yes, we are also member of this society, means totally citizen of this country. See, to satisfy its needs on a larger scale is referred to as economic development. And fulfill our needs and the demands, that is also the main duties of the each and every government. So through this, and it is referred to as economic development. Totally it is also known as economic development. As economic development, it's a complex issues because it's not easy to understand very easily, but you have to know this. What is economic development? Being an Indian citizen, we should know this because our country is also a developing country. Very rapidly it's going towards the development also. So therefore we should know this. What is economic development? See the next one. So let us move further. See, economic development to increase in a country's capacity to serve the economic interest of the citizens and overcoming economic problems also. Yes, economic development, it is the main functions to develop a country's. It's the main function of each, even the state and the central government, to increase in a country's capacity, means to ability to serve the economic interest of its citizen and overcoming. To serve the economic interest of the citizens, to look after each and every individuals. That is also main duties of the government or the central government or the state government also. And overcoming. Overcoming means to eradicate. See, overcoming the economic problems such as poverty. You know this poverty, so it is one of the main major problems of our country even today. So nearly 6.7% of its population, so nearly 6.7% people are below the poverty line. It is a major obstacle of our economic development also, because some of nearly 6.7% of the entire population, that people are below the poverty line, means they are unable to fulfill their basic needs called food, shelter and clothing also. See, to eradicate such problem, that is also a major challenge for the government. See, when the government or the countries have eradicated this much of poverty, then only that country become a developed country also. But this, even today, see, we are attained independence more than 70 years ago. Still, what the illiteracy rate and is what it called the poverty is also still it is there in our country. So these things is also adverse effect on the economic development also. And in the year 2019, the Indian government stated that 6.7% of its population is below poverty line. Yes, many peoples even today they are below poverty line. See, this is one of the major problems of our economy, of our country also. Therefore, state and the center as well as the central government takes several measures to eradicate this problem called poverty. See, you know this. Our first Prime Minister and late Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru has also told that India is a rich country inhabited by poor people. Yes, he is absolutely right. India is a rich country inhabited by poor people. This means what? We have a plenty of natural resources, but that is not properly utilized. As a result, this is also one of the main reason for our economic backwardness also and the poverty also. So therefore he told that India is a rich country inhabited by poor people. When the economists or the state or the central government are eradicate the problems called poverty, yes, definitely we are also move forward with the development country also. Then the other major problems of our country, another one is unemployment. So the second one is unemployment. You know, this is also one of the major problem of our country. That is the second one is the unemployment. Yes, unemployment, the definition of this unemployment is what? A person is willing to do work, but there was no work at all. That is known as unemployment. In Kannada it is very clear, nirudyoganta. So many youth and persons are willing to do work, yes, ability to do work, but there was no there is no work, that is known as unemployment. This is also the what? One of the problems of our country. Yes, because as a result, because of this unemployment, the person's per capita income is also become very low, and immediately the national income is also become less. As a result, this is also one of the major setbacks for the development of a country. To eradicate these things, which one? The unemployment, that is also a major issue of the government. And the next problem is, what is that? Inequality. Yes, inequality, still it is also there in our country, means disparity. See, the entire wealth or the money is only concentrated in our country, only some percentage of the people in our country. The remaining others are poor and the middle class peoples. So therefore, the government imposes several taxes, and they collected taxes and utilized for these taxes for the upliftment of the which one? Poor persons and the middle class person also. But even today, so much of inequality. So inequality is still there in our country or in our society also. This is also one of the problem. Then the last one is inflations. The term inflations, you know this inflation. Inflation is in Kannada, it's very specific meaning. It is known as in Kannada Paranta. See, it refers to the rise in the price of goods and services also. It's a frequent day. So this is year by year, day by day, the prices of the commodities, goods and services are increasing. But even the rich persons, they can manage it because they have a lot of money. But the poor people, it's a difficult task for them to what? To manage this inflation or the higher prices also. This is one of the major problems of our country. So therefore, the government is also takes so many measures to control this which one? Inflation. Other than it's a difficult task for the development also. These are all the issues or the problems is also there in this Indian economy. So we should study about these things like poverty and unemployment and inflation and inequality. So these are all the major problems of our country. So we should know this. What is the reason for these things? Everything is also we are going to study about these problems and its measures also. Then so some of the introduction about this development. Then the another concept that is very important. See, development and the development. The next one, development and the development. See, in this chapter or in these points, we are going to study about what is development, and some of the economists they are also given some of the informations about this development, and after that, underdevelopment means poor countries. See, the entire nation, so the entire world that is also classified in three categories. One is developed country, another one is underdeveloped country. Last one is the developing country. So our country is a developing country. But in this, we are going to study about development. See, development, we use the word development often in our daily lives usually. Yes, in our day-to-day lives, we are also using this word development. As every human being wants to develop. This is the human tendency also. So therefore they clearly mention that what is that we use the word development often in our daily lives, usually refers to the progress in a particular field or segment of a people also. Yes, in every field. So take an example of individual, put in the personality development or and individual development also. And this is the human tendency also. Everyone wants development, means to fulfill his dreams or the wants, everything also. And after that, see, like rural development means it's a development of the rural area also, or social development means the society development also. Then after education development, see, before the 1947, our literacy rate is very low, but after the independence, during the time of the 5-year plans, our central government and the state government give too much importance to improve the literacy rate also. See, this is also not the educational development and women and children development. That's their status and their health conditions, to improve their health condition, that is also the importance. Totally this is known as a development also. In the field of rural development, social development and education development and children development. See, whenever the economic development in a country expands, it is called a economic development. See, whenever the economic development in a country expands, see, every country is also giving too much importance for the development of its country. See, this is also very essential because nowadays it is a competitive age and a technological age also. So, therefore, every country is also wants to get development. So, therefore, they are introduced many machineries and new technologies, and they have spent a lot of money in the field of definitions, defense and the education sectors and everywhere also. So this is totally it is a development. See, whenever the economic development in a country expands, it is called economic development. That is the complex phenomena. The writer and the economist told that the development of the economic development, it is a complex, means it's a difficult task to understand or compare it easily. It's a complex, means difficult. See, it's a difficult phenomenon, fact also, because it has a deep meaning. So therefore, it's a difficult task. See, this is a complex phenomenon and not easy to define. It's a difficult task to explain or define it. Which one? The economic development. Explain more because it's a complex issue. So therefore, one of the economists, according to Professor Mayer and Baldwin, see, look at this, Professor Mayer and Baldwin. So both are economists. They give a definition about the economic development also. See, they told economics development is a process whereby an economy's real national income increases over a long period of this time. And both this May and the Baldwin told that economic development is a process. It is a process also. It is a continuous process where an economy's real national incomes increases over a long period of time. When the economic development possible? Because when our national income increases over a long time. Yes, more than 10 years or 15 years our national income is stable. At that time economic development possible according to Professor Mayer and Baldwin. They have clearly mentioned that see, economic development is a process whereby an economy's real national income increases over a long period of time. The national income means the overall income of a country in a year. So that is known as a national income, and the total amount of money within the country, that is also known as a national income. It should be stable. More than 10 years or 15 years, then only a country gets a development. Suppose it is fluctuated or the national income is fluctuated, means it is almost in the 5 year, 10 years, at that time it's fluctuated, that is not possible for countries to get a development also. So therefore, the economist called Mayer and Baldwin gives important for three aspects. The first one is an increase in real national income. The second one is process, and the last one is a long period. So here they give information about these three things. See, remember the first one, according to the Professor Mayer and Baldwin, every country gives important for these three elements. The first one is what? A process. Second one is improve a real national income. real national income. Next one is the long period. These two economists give too much importance for these things. Which one? They process real national income, then the long period. So totally these two economists give too much importance. Which one? The national income, which should be sustainable up to the which one 10 years, then only a country or the government gets its development. So this is the definition given by Professor May and Patel. Let us discuss them briefly about this one, a process, what is a process, what is real national income, and what is a long period. The first one, see a process. The term process here refers to the operation of the forces. The term process, see the first one, the term process here refers to the operation of the forces that bring about the changes in supply of factors of production in the structure of demand for the products also. See, remember, little bit difficult also this one, the first one, a process. A process is here refers to the operation of the forces, means to bring about the changes in the supply of factors of production and in the structure of demand for the product also. So these are the economic issues also. If there is a lot of demands, automatically what the factor of productions, everything that is also important. Demand means what? The purchasing capacity of a person. If the purchasing capacity of a person is improved, that means the standard of living is improved, automatically purchase more and more goods. Those who have produced the goods, that person gets the maximum profit. That profit is also national income also. As a result, our country is also slowly gets development. So therefore, everything, factor of productions and demand, supply, everything is also correlated. So therefore, the economist Professor May and Ahmad will give too much importance for this one. For the first one, elements, that is a process. Process, it is a force. Means every individual wants to get a development in his life. Indirectly, it is also related to the country and the state or the central government also. See, and bring about the changes in supply of factors and production, structure of demand for the products. Changes in factor supply takes place due to discovery of additional sources. When the changes occur, this is the human tendency. We are always wants to make something change. We are always wants to grow. So therefore, see, this is the discovery of additional resources. Already I told you that. So in our country there is a lot of or plenty of natural resources are there, but that is not properly utilized. As a result, this is also one of the major setbacks for our country's development or growth also. So therefore, the economists called May and the Bartley, they told, what is that? So every person or the state or the central or the entire nation is also what? Discovery of the additional resources also. Extra resources. See, extra resources and education and skill development and improve the skill of a particular person's or the individuals and give it or provide education to each and every one also. So automatically, so their thinking ability that is also changed and totally it is an all-round development is possible. Automatically this is also the helpful for the country's development also. Skill development, capital accumulation. Capital means money or investment. This is also the important. See, you know this, most of the person even today they are very poor, they are unable to invest money in the to run their own business also. The capital formation, it is also a major problem of our country. So therefore, this is the important things. When our standard of living is improved, automatically this capital accumulations, everything is also possible. And population growth, to control the population. See, we are in the second place in the population. You know this, the population is the boon as well as bane to the country also. See, if the population is too much, at that time the country or the central government spend lot of money on this sector also. So therefore the development is lag behind. To control these things, the population growth, that is also important, and adaptation of better techniques of production. The another thing is adopt means to introduce a new technology in the field of industry. You know, after we attained the independence, that means in the year of after 1950, so in our country, the economists and the central government, they are also introduced planning commissions. In the year of 1951, the first wave plan was introduced. During that time, slowly our industrial growth rate is also increased. When the industrial growth rate is increased, automatically so many people gets a job opportunity in that industry. So automatically they are earning, they'll get a salary, and through this their development is also possible. So therefore, adaptation of better technology in the field of productions, especially in the sector of industries and agriculture, this is important. And agriculture sector, see, agriculture, you know this, agriculture is the backbone of our country. Even today, nearly 30% of the population is involved in agriculture. And the economists, they are told that, especially Maine and Tamil, they are told that we should give an importance for the agriculture sector because it is the important sectors. It's a backbone of our country, and we should use machineries in the agriculture sector. That is known as a mechanization of agriculture sector. See, for example, before the 1950 or 1960, in the agriculture sector, we are using the orthodox method, like everything is done by the laborers. We are cutting and harvesting everything also. But when the 5-year plan was introduced, the mechanization of agriculture was started in our country. That means what? We have started to use the machineries called like tractor, driller, harvester also. Yes, this is known as the mechanization of agriculture. Automatically the production, yield, everything is also increased. And this, as a result, the farmers also get a maximum profit, and their standard of living and purchasing capacity, everything is also improved. So totally, indirectly, this is the improvement or the development of a country also. Therefore, in the process, the economists Maine and Baldwin are important for these things also. And better techniques of productions using especially for the machineries industries and the agriculture sector. Demand for products change due to change in the size and the composition of populations. And demand means purchasing capacities of a person is also increased. Automatically it is also profit for some other person also. And it is also going to change in the size and composition of population. If the population is very high at that time, demand for a particular goods that is also high. So as a result, we are also exported many food commodities from the other countries also. It is directly, it is adverse effect on our economy. And level and the distribution of income, taste, etc. Here the taste means abhiruchi another. So that is also going to differ in person to person also. Because in our country, many rich persons are also living there, and even the middle class person is also there, along with them. So many poor people is also living in our country. So their taste and tendency, everything has also differ in person to persons. These changes contribute an increase in the national income, and even the middle class and the rich person and the poor person, everyone is also responsible for this one. Which one? The national increase in the national income, because they are giving their own contribution to the country's development also. Therefore, there is a saying, good citizens makes a good country, because every citizen is considered poor, middle class person, rich person also very, very important. Okay, it's enough today. So next class I will continue. Till then, bye. Sir.